today's topic is vertical circular motion. Okay, now vertical circular motion is nothing but motion of object along the circumference of vertical circle. Okay, for example, roller coaster, as you already had seen in some amusement park. Similarly, sphere of death, or you can consider any mass tied to a string. These are the example of vertical circular motion. So vertical circular motion is divided into two types. First type you can consider controlled vertical circular motion. That is, in this case, speed is kept constant. That is, speed of the object which is moving along the circumference of vertical circle is kept constant. It is not acted upon or controlled by. It is not controlled by the gravity. Okay. For example, roller coaster. So here the energy is provided by external agent. Okay, so this is not actually controlled by the gravity. Similarly, second type we can consider gravity controlled vertical circular motion. For example, we can consider here sphere of death, or you can consider vehicle traveling along the convex over bridge or swinging bucket. So in these cases, the vertical circular motion is actually controlled by gravity. Okay, now next here we can consider vertical circular motion. So if we consider, suppose we consider some point mass, that is bob. It is tied to a flexible inextensible string. You can consider vector diagram here. Okay, as you can see here in figure. Suppose we consider bob of mass m is moving in vertical circular motion of circle having radius r. Okay, so in this case different vectors you can consider like this. For example, if bob is at the top of vertical circle, weight will be acting vertically downward, tension in the string will be towards the center. Similarly, different position we will consider here. Okay, so in next slide we'll see here. For example, we consider forces acting on the bob at highest point A. You can see here in diagram. So we consider at the top of the vertical circle, point A we will consider. So suppose bob is at point A having mass m, so weight will be mg. That weight will be acting vertically downward. Okay, similarly, tension in the string will be vertically downward, that is actually towards the center of vertical circle. So both the forces here are along the radius towards the center. So these both forces here will be actually playing role of necessary centripetal force. Okay, so if you are writing equation for the point A at the top position of vertical circle, we can write here T1 plus mg equal to mv1 square upon r. v1 we consider velocity at the point A. Okay, so T1 expression you can write it as mv1 square upon r minus mg. Okay, similarly, if you consider bob at the bottom point, that is at point B, you can consider weight will be acting vertically downward, that is mg. T2 tension, that is along the string, will be towards the center. So both the forces T2 and mg are in opposite direction. So resultant force will be actually difference between two vectors. So T2 minus mg, and this T2 minus mg, this resultant force will be actually playing the role of centripetal force at position B, that is at the bottom of vertical circle. So you can write your equation here. T2 minus mg equal to mv1 square upon r. Okay, so T2 equal to mv1 square upon r plus mg. So we are here, this v1 is not actually we are taking v2. So we are writing T2 equal to mv2 square upon r plus mg. Similarly, if you are determining velocity at different position in vertical circle, you can consider first, suppose we consider here linear velocity at highest point A. For that case, actually at point A of the vertical circle, velocity is minimum. Okay, because as the object is going towards the top, it will be having minimum velocity. At it is moving toward the bottom, it will be having maximum velocity. So for the minimum velocity here at point A at the top of vertical circle, actually tension along the string will be minimum, and that tension along the string we can consider it as 0. So if you are writing your equation, in that equation if you are writing T1 as 0 like this, here you had taken, suppose you consider T1 is 0, you can equate mv1 square upon r minus mg. So we are getting your mv1 square upon r equal to mg. So v1 square will be, you can cancel m from both sides, v1 square will be rg. So v1 will be square root of rg. This is the minimum velocity at the top of vertical circle. Similarly, if you are writing expression for velocity at the bottom point B, for the bottom point we already know, as object is moving from A to B, that is from top to bottom, linear velocity will increase, that is kinetic energy will increase and potential energy will decrease as the height decreases here. So you can balance, that is you can consider principle of conservation of energy. You will write the decrease in potential energy at the top is equal to increase in kinetic energy at the bottom. Okay, so if you are writing your expression, first of all you can consider from A to B, height is actually 2r. Okay, that is the diameter of circle. So your decrease in potential energy formula is actually mgh. You already know that is general formula for potential energy. So mg will be same here, but height here will be 2r. So you can write your expression 2 mgr, right? Height is actually 2r, that is diameter of vertical circle. Similarly, you can write here increase in potential energy, increase in kinetic energy. So that will be actually difference between two energies at the top and bottom. So here we are writing 1 upon 2 mv2 square minus 1 upon 2 mv1 square, and that increase in kinetic energy is balanced by decrease in potential energy, that is 2 mgr. So we are actually applying the law of conservation of energy. So you can write your expression decrease in potential energy equal to increase in kinetic energy. So we are writing 2 mgr equal to half mv2 square minus half mv1 square. You can take here v1 expression we already had taken. So instead of v1 square you can write square root rg, square of the term, square root and square you can cancel. Your next expression, suppose 1 by 2 you are taking common, so 1 by 2 you can shift to other side, 2 into 2 will be 4 mgr equal to mv2 square minus mgr. So v2 square expression, if you are cancelling m from both sides, v2 square will be 5gr, so v2 will be square root 5gr. Okay. Next here, if you are writing linear velocity at the middle point C, so as object is moving towards the point C at the mid position of the vertical circle, again you can apply here conservation of energy. So you can write total energy at point B equal to total energy at point C. Total energy means you will consider kinetic energy and potential energy together. So at point B, if you are writing potential energy here at point B will be 0 because it is bottom of the circle. Kinetic energy will be half mv2 square. So addition will be half mv2 square plus 0. Similarly, you can write total energy at point C. For point C is at height r from the bottom of vertical circle. So instead of mgh, you can write mgr. So we are writing kinetic energy plus potential energy half mv3 square plus mgr. You can equate both the equation. You can write your expression for actually v3. So what we'll do here, first we will take m common, we will cancel the m, then we are determining v2 square equal to v3 square plus 2gr. Then v3 square is actually we are determining here v3 square, we are taking left hand side, will be equal to v2 square minus 2gr. v2 expression you can put here, so v3 square will be 3gr and v3 will be square root 3gr. Okay, so this is actually the expression for linear velocity for the object moving in vertical circle. Similarly, for this same case we can determine tension at different position in vertical circular motion. So we'll take in next lecture. Okay, thank you.